Actually shows up over the computer. Hello, welcome to Grace and Lotties. I'm Elizabeth. Welcome to my kitchen where I make paint. Pretty straightforward there. We're gonna check and make sure I have sound real quick. Here we're gonna We have sound. We're good. Okay, sound check complete. Today is day 3 of Viridian. I feel like we didn't get to day 1 because YouTube was having all the issues. And then yesterday, it took so long to just make the watercolor. So today we're going to be working on the gouache. Hopefully that'll go a little bit faster. I'm not 100% for sure. It's one of those things in theory. It should go faster. But hello, Karen. Hello, shrubs. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day where you're at. The sun is shining. The tank is clean here. Let's get started. Let's flip that camera. There's my kitchen. Here we are. Okay. Try to give it just a little more space just so that it doesn't, if I'm too close, it likes to kind of strobe with the focus. So I'm trying to keep it from doing that. There we go. I think we're good. That's got us all set. Okay. Bits, pieces, everything. It's going to be the basics 661 or 616 recipe here, which is 6 parts pigment, 1 part calcium carbonate, and oh, I've got to do, oh goodness, it's going to be a 6112. I forgot it's more. This is going to be an interesting day. We're gonna do what we can. We're gonna be figuring this out as we go. I know that's 3 of those. So a teaspoon and a half, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of calcium carbonate right here. And we mix. Then I throw the lid because that's what all good people who are skilled do. They throw the lid. Lots of mathing. Yeah. Well, for the watercolor, I needed to double, if you remember, the amount of medium. And so if it's still a full double here, that's where it becomes 12 parts. In which case I'll go up. I've got the full teaspoon here, so I can just do 3 teaspoons and that'll cover it. So I'm not going to have to count 12. If I had to count 12, you guys know me, I would totally be lost. I'd be like, what number are we on, guys? Where am I? Just working really hard here to kind of break up the clumps. This looks like a ton of pigment. When I'm doing the larger batches, when I'm so used to the small ones, this always feels like it's so much. Okay, here we go. Make the volcano. We're gonna start with 2 teaspoons instead of the full 3 and see where that gets us. I hope everybody's having a great day. As I said, the sun is shining here after a great day yesterday. We were bright, still not hot. Like it's, I've got a little, my lightweight hoodie on today. I stepped outside to let the body out and I was like, ooh, a little cooler than I was expecting. Yeah, we need one more. I'm looking at that. It's so slippery. We're gonna add the one more. Add the one more. I was trying to keep her a little bit more together, like a little bit closer. There we go. Trying to mash as many clumps as I can before we get into the muller in the mix. Save myself some work. This one, this is my longest mulling paint, that is for sure. Okay, here we go. Let's see how this guy goes. This is Viridian. It kind of stays in this state for a while. We learned yesterday. Let's zoom it just a hair for you guys so you can see. It's just, it kind of stays here and then it suddenly comes together. But I literally, I got it in the stream before we got to this one. Multitasking here. It's gray, cooler. Yeah, it is definitely cooler. Ooh, you're baking your bacon. But the house smells really good. Just realizing my coffee mug is across the room. I'm gonna go get it because I'm here for a long time. I'm gonna get my coffee. Gonna get it. I'm not gonna be without it. Yes, double tap. Give a good like. Helps the stream quite a bit. Also helps the paint to mix. Scientifically proven. There we go. Today I'm just in my red mug. In my little I dove you. So I really like that mug. It's like the perfect size. I know everybody has like a mug. Like I'm sure you have a mug at your house amidst the myriad of mugs that people tend to accumulate. That is the perfect size. That is my perfect size mug. I made more watercolor medium today. Guys, if you also look, I did in the shopping thing, I did like the ingredients that go into my um my watercolor medium, as well as I have pigment there, a muller. So it's everything you would need. Like it's all separate, like, but it's all the ingredients to make your own paint. You would need to get a glass mulling plate. When I searched mulling plate, none popped up. But yeah, this one is looking more like paint than the watercolor did at this stage. It was still really separated. This is a little more together. Good morning, Addictive Red. Welcome in. This is our gouache. It's already behaving a little better than the watercolor, which is what I thought yesterday, that this one would behave a little bit better. It's still quite separated, but it looks a little bit more like paint. Really, really chunky paint. Yeah, not quite as hard. The calcium carbonate does a lot. Like, it's funny, you wouldn't think the teeny amount that goes in there would change it that much, but it does. The house smells like clove oil because I made a new batch of watercolor medium today. This is still the old batch here. This is last, but I have a new batch ready to go because I was like, oh, we're getting a little low. It's time. Oh, there we go. We're starting to lock up a little bit with sectioning to the mulling plate. So that's a good sign. I'm in my ear. No meetings. Shrubs, what are you going to do with all of your time? I know, our science. I have a possible science stream coming up that we're going to test something. So I know all the free time, no meetings, no. Yes, I am making paint. Jennifer, welcome in. This is Viridian, right here, PG 18. It's gouache, so it has the calcium carbonate. It's like watercolor, just with calcium carbonate. I'm sure you have ample project work. I have a science experiment though that we need to do. That was part of the reason I needed more watercolor medium. So tomorrow's Friday stream, we may be doing some science. Why does it need to be smashed? So what I'm doing right here is paint mulling, and that basically pushes the pigment molecules and the binder together, and that's what gets it to be a beautiful homogeneous emulsion. Kind of like how, if you've ever seen somebody make aioli, like the old school way, it's a very similar idea of creating an emulsion. So it's suspension or emulsion. That's basically what paint is. Right there. But we may be testing tomorrow a whole new way of combining the paint and making it. It may turn out horribly. I'm thinking it probably will turn out horribly, but I'm willing to give it a good old try. And I have some pigment that I don't like the paint it makes. So I don't feel bad for testing this if it goes bad, because I'm not going to be using the pigment for anything else. And I have more than enough. So, but yeah. So tomorrow's stream at noon, I'll probably mull a paint or two, and then we'll get into our science. Mix it with a cake mixer. I'm going to say you're kind of close with what we're going to do. with what I'm gonna do. You guys will be here getting to see if it works. In theory, it's one of those, it's like the way it comes together, it's a little bit weird, but all of it. So much math. Okay, YouTube updated and it likes to crash now. Gotta love it. I was just saying we're doing so much math. So much math. So much math. Yeah, they were fixing things that weren't broken. It has been a rough week with the way it has all gone. I can tell you that for me. Like Tuesday was the whole reason I quit streaming. Like I had so many issues. It was kicking me out and not letting me back in. It was being, yeah. What's this? This is Viridian. It's gouache, Gouach paint, but which is really similar to watercolor that I'm making right here. So I'm mulling. It starts off as pigment, looks like that. You add some watercolor medium, it looks like that. And a little bit of calcium carbonate. I need to put a new label on that. It's got Mars red pigment on it. Or iridium mummy. That might be mummy pigment. So, yeah. Welcome in. I have products linked too, so you can check them out and see. Not the mummy pigments, I know. It's the curse of the mummy. It's my mummy's curse. So for those of you who do not know, those wacky Victorians, and actually it was before them, actually made pigments out of ground mummy. I have one that is called mummy, but it is because it is a similar color. Yeah. So my Armenian mummy is just an earth ochre. Similar in shade, not actual mummies. This still blows my mind that the last tube of actual made from mummies paint was sold in the 1960s. Like that blows my mind. That late they were still like, yeah, this is cool. We're going to sell this. Like that blows my mind. Like why would you I know, Red. Mind blown. So recently. I mean, the Victorians did all kinds of wacky things. I'm kind of like, they were also like, cocaine was legal then, and in your soda. So I'm not gonna, and opiate, and like everything else that was going on with drugs. Yeah, it was a dead art. Um, I give them a little bit of grace because of that. Like maybe you guys were on so many drugs that you weren't thinking straight. But still, it's like, oh my word. I follow another girl on Instagram who tests old paint. Yeah. She has to wear so much. Yeah, just to open the paints. Brush with Becca does a lot of those. Like radium, uranium, like a lot of the crazy ones. And like she has full PPE. Yeah. Arsenic. Yeah. I do not handle those pigments. Maybe someday if I get lots of time. I don't know where that time's going to magically come from. Maybe, but right now the paints I make on stream are the paints I need for the shop. Yeah, uranium green. Again, it was a crazy time. Arsenic. Yeah, no PPE. My fumes. What was crazy is like so Brush with Becca with the uranium paint had like a lady who was convinced that she was like causing a nuclear incident and created this whole big stink. Not realizing that there are so many different kinds of radiation and how that works. Yeah. Uh, that if we want to be honest, there's radiation all around us. Like that's part of life. And it's not that something's contaminated that it has radiation. It's part of the natural way of things. Um, the sun is letting out radiation on us. Our bananas have a little bit of radiation. And so you're not going to live a life no matter what that has no exposure to radiation, part of life. But yeah, it takes so much exposure, so much like, and even the type of uranium matters, right? Once it degrades to a certain level, it's releasing so little, it's not a big deal. I used to love okay, I did really like nuclear science. So the Navy trying to recruit me for nuclear science wasn't that far off. I enjoyed studying it. I don't remember a whole lot of it because it's been a while since that period of my life, but like that idea of half-lives and the way things decay and the way that like the whole that's like crazy. Like an element can become something completely different. It's like I'm gonna say it's like alchemy, but it's not really like alchemy, but it is like alchemy. It is like fascinating. So yeah, victim of the public school system. I have to explain to people that that was the reason. You hear Lottie? There's definitely a bird in the yard. Oh, she came and tell me about it. Is there a bird in the yard? Guys, let's see how concerned Lottie is about the bird. She's so concerned. She wants us to all know that there is a bird or a squirrel. Should we? Let's go see. This paint takes forever to mull. We're gonna take breaks. We're gonna go see this bird or squirrel. I'm gonna make sure we're safe. I see nothing in the yard, but she is not gonna be happy. I'm gonna have to put you guys down for just a second. Okay, she's gonna go bark at it. She's gonna go get it for us. She is out way far in the yard right now. I'm gonna flip around. She is way, like way out there right now, trying to find out whatever it is. Hopefully, she won't get stuck. But yeah, clearly there was a danger. So I'm watching her. She is sniffing. I don't see anything in the yard. I think by the time she came to us, it was already gone. And here she comes back. She's done. Okay, we can go back to making the paint now. Cardboard pile. Guess what? The paint is just fine. It is still just sitting here, waiting to be mulled. It didn't like magically mull itself while we're gone, guys. I was hoping it would, kind of like a little bit, but yeah. So, round of applause for Lottie in the chat for saving us from whatever threat just tried to take over the house. She is fighting the valiant fight daily for us. Okay, this is about where it gets when yesterday I was questioning my life choices and thinking it wasn't going to work. And then it just like magically worked. There we are. Feel it. There it goes. There we go. A little bit of paint. I called it. We were right at that state. No, elves, fairies, or brownies there to help. No, nobody just magically came in and took over while I was gone. This paint is a big ol' workout. Why I did 2 of these yesterday, and that was it. And so I'll try to probably took all the fairies and brownies that would come over and do my work for me. It is so close to wanting to come together. I am right now, I am burning a woodwick candle, mainly because I want the container that it's in for something else, and it's, like, almost dead, and, like, I keep hearing it, and it's, like, messing with me in here today. Ecliptic. I think that's what keeps life interesting, if you have a good mix of things. It is so trying to start coming together. Almost on the edge, almost there. You can see it real faint right there, thin layer. Trying to get the right consistency. The crazy thing is I have to do 2 rounds of this today to have the amount of paint I need. It's not just 1 round, it's 2. I do have Mars Red here that I need a little bit more of. Those will be easy. We'll be like, "Yes, Mars Red." Could do those in our sleep after this. How many mushrooms in your shoulder day? Uh, we'll get there. That's why I have easy paints. And instead of the normal 6 okay, Bob Dylan. Don't tell Metal, I know. Well, I put it in his Discord, so if he's not here, I gave the thing. I'm not gonna go look, Harumichi, because I know that, like, you tried to say Paul McCartney just died. So my son, my oldest is an interesting guy. He really is. He's absolutely hilarious in that he, when he was little, he had never heard Bob Dylan, yet for some reason, naturally, when he would sing, kind of sang like Bob Dylan, and it was so funny. Hear this toddler. Yeah, that was him little. Now he's big and married and lives far away. Finally made it! Yay, Romina's here to get to watch. This is Viridian. It is the biggest workout of a color that I have. James K. Polk died. Not James K. Polk. Not the Napoleon of the stump shrubs. I mean, and if you mean by, well, you didn't say just died because he did die well before the Civil War. But for those of you who don't know, we live in Columbia, Tennessee, which is the birthplace and home of James K. Polk. But yeah, It does kind of look like poison. It this is the one I have found that takes the longest time. Yesterday's stream, I did 2 batches of that, and that was it. Yes. What number president was James K. Polk? I can't even remember what president. But it does mean that our little town, like, does a lot of, like, presidential town, like, little things. And Shrubs and I went and toured the house. 11th. Okay. I just know he was the, I looked it up. I'm not smart. Oh, I thought you were smart. Shrubs, like, has a song that allows him to remember them, so, like, he can count through and they're in order real quick. That he learned when he was little. Well, yeah, your your fifth grade song. And so I just count on him to do that for me when I need that information. We did take the tour of his house. I can count on him. I do. After the number of years of marriage, you kind of divvy up tasks and you just have to trust that the other one will do them. And so that's one of the ones that falls under his knowing the order of the presidents. Of course, the thing is he like learned the song in the 80s. So like now he has to like add on all of the presidents since then. All right, it's just funny. Like, some people divvy up, who takes out the trash. Shrubs and I have divvied up who knows the numbers of the presidents versus and for real, I can name like 5 of them. I know Zachary Taylor because I went to Zachary Taylor Elementary, like the old presidents, not newer ones. Like I can name Carter on no problem, and Ford before him, Nixon. I can go back Kennedy, kind of go back on those. Um, Johnson, Eisenhower, Roosevelt. So, but like the ones like from the 1800s, like that one's like the hard ones for me. So that I just don't remember them. Right? I get that. It's like there were 2 Adams, John Adams and John Quincy Adams. Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, Andrew Jackson, Zachary Taylor. Millard Fillmore is somewhere in there. That's a fun one. I mean, just that name alone. Supposedly he like believed a lot of conspiracy theories. He'll log into my other account. Oh, we're almost to giving Lottie a treat already. We are. She will be so excited, guys. Our first milestone at 15. Sounds like my kind of guy. I know. That was the video I fell asleep to the other day. So I need to go back and rewatch it because I want to know more about Millard Fillmore and conspiracy theories. I think we all need to know a little bit more about that in our lives, right? Today I learned that if I put aluminum foil on my head, it will not protect me from the mind rain. No! Ah! Little broke it to me slowly over breakfast. I am so sorry, Romina. And supposedly there's like big news getting ready to come out about the aliens. So we need to know how to protect ourselves. It's got to be tin foil, which is in fact different. What about lead foil? Does lead foil works? Does lead foil work too? Or is it only tin? Eddie Burback. Did he do that in his yeah, he should lead. uh did Eddie Burback do that in his AI video? because there was kind of a point in that one where everything just got so like insane that I kind of forgot like cataloging all the insane things that was happening in Eddie Burbank's AI video. Everything got cut. Yeah. You know what? You could sell them as just like decorative. Like you could decorate your house with them. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, the Eddie Burback video was nuts about delusions caused by AI. Look, while we were chit-chatting, it finally started really becoming painted now. Low key. I almost put a cooking raft. Oh goodness. Oh yeah, that would have been in yeah, more Viridian. Someday we will be done with Viridian. Someday we will get to move to another color, which hopefully will be today. Hopefully I'll get to Mars Red. But I needed to get the gouache made too. A cookie sheet, not cookie. I figured that's what it was. Yeah. Yeah. Shrubs once put an Arby's sandwich in the microwave and found out the hard way. It was still wrapped in its wrapper. Created a little bit of excitement. Has anybody done the grapes in the this is always take a long time. Yeah. So, um, number one, my mulling shorts are like really sped up to fit in the time. This color takes the longest. Normally, for me going at a good speed with the normal pigment, because different pigments take different times. Stop telling my stories as I'm typing them. uh, but this pigment takes forever. But because they're all they are all different chemicals, they have different properties. They do take different amounts of time. This one is incredibly difficult and is the longest one I have by far. So, no, no, not silver teeth guy. Guys, I was just thinking about how like we kind of trauma bonded over silver teeth guy yesterday. Ugh. So yesterday we were having fun being silly, like, oh, what's the stream below me, and everything, and chit chatting about it. And there is this guy who has silver teeth and he is a mess and like causes like mildly traumatizing. So it was supposed to be fun, kind of got us a trauma bond yesterday over it. Hand of the clown. I have no idea. We just were calling him Silver Tooth Guy. But welcome in El Capitan. So a guy that puts metal in his nose through his okay, that's disturbing. Supposedly silver tooth guy that everybody saw yesterday just has like this like silver grill and was like asking where his Playboy bunny's at. Incredibly foul mouthed. Like it was just a lot. And I was being vulgar and had all metal teeth. Yeah. And then we also had like the people in like the Thailand or Philippines or somewhere like similar, like so like Asian, probably island kind of country who like sleep in like a hut and have like the weird like water pounding thing and have like thousands of people just watching them. Those streams too. Yeah. I saw a dude with his entire face tattooed fresh and red. Oh wow. But the paint was shipping off. So there are a lot of interesting characters out there online. That is what I'm learning day by day. But I was teasing shrubs that like we need to build a hut in the backyard. Like I think if we do it like in the style of like the primitive builder shows, that then we can start there. So that'll be the first type of content we do. So we'll just go out there with 2 sticks and just bang on the ground, over and over again. And then I'll get a whole bunch of bamboo from somewhere. No idea where I'm getting the bamboo. Next time I feel okay, that is lovely. That is a good next video, Red. You're like looking out today. And then so we build the structure in that style of video. Then I decorate it. So then we have like a home reno kind of a thing going on for videos for a little bit. And then I make paint out there. Okay, it's starting to come together. We'll scrape in here in just a second so I can clean my muller off. So you can see how sandy of a consistency it still is. That's why I've still got a ways to go on this one. Have fun doing those reno videos. Shrubs, I picture you out there with me with the sticks in the yard, and we have to make a pool somehow that has no filter or anything into dirt. So that's going to work well, especially with our limestone, because where we are in Tennessee, we're going to get a little bit below the surface and we are going to hit limestone pretty quick. So it's going to be an interesting build. Here. I'm back. Below her is someone pretending to get up those plastic veggies. um, that's pretty funny. Shrubs and I were talking about plastic vegetables. My grandmother, Grace, again, we were talking about Grace yesterday, how she met her husband. By falling out of a tree onto him and asking for a cigarette. Great starting line, right, guys? Don't you think? Hey, Bubs, got a cigarette? Um, I've got one of those coin machines. Oh, those are so much fun. Okay, I like those videos where like I don't care that they're fake. Like I don't need like this is gonna win me $2 million everything. I literally just want to watch sometimes the coin machine like go back and forth and then watch them fall. And then like these guys like trying to make it sound like they're gambling like crazy. And they're literally just in a coin machine in their basement. But yeah, the quarter push machines. Yes, I love the quarter pushers. They like talk like, oh, this is a $1 million buy-in for this. 4 down is a big brown bear? Ooh. Yeah, the guy has them in their house. Yeah. I don't care that it's fake. I'm like, let it be fake. I don't need this like crazy story. Okay, I'm smashing it down a little bit so that my muller doesn't get too dirty with it. That's what I get for making a big batch. I'm gonna screenshot. Yeah, please screenshot him for the Discord. Oh, I didn't make that channel. I was gonna make the channel. Like my stream neighbors. It's too late. The zookeeper. No! The bear is better than the gift shop. Do they not know what the people want? The people want the bear. But you always have to exit through the gift shop, right? Oh, who chose the bear? Yes. Can you imagine having a whole zoo to like make content with? Like it's never ending. Oh, I'm not going to be able to ship to Australia. We're only going to be able to ship US for now. So sadly, that is where it is. I am tackling one thing at a time, and international shipping's not on the list yet. It will be, just not there yet. I asked him to go back, but he has to move to other enclosures. Oh, he has to do his work. Can't just let us watch the bear. I don't think that's rude to ask. It's rude of him to go feed other animals when you want to see the bear. Clearly. They make him work. I know. They work. Work. Some paints are red, others are blue. I like the live. You should too. Yes, please like the live. Okay, my screen says 14 likes, guys. Does yours say 15? I need to know. Important question here. You see 15? Okay, Red sees 15. Let's see, where is she? Where is she? Lottie, you a treat? Time for Lottie's first treat. Lottie's first treat, guys. Come here, precious. Hold on, I gotta unplug my phone. Come here. Yay! You say thank you? To everybody, thank you? Good girl. There we go. First treat of the day. She gets her next one at 25. At 50, we get to go touch grass. Yeah, she is the bestest girl on YouTube. And I am totally fine if you guys are all here for her first and me second. I am not jealous. Lottie is the real star. I consider her YouTube royalty. And I am fortunate enough to get to live with her. Those cute faces. I know. Right, Parasite? Parasite smoothie. Oh, goodness. I just thought about, oh, that, oh. Filling up my coffee again. This paint takes forever. I'm trying to begin and take breaks. So she's a good girl. She's standing next to me. Like, do I get another one? Not yet, precious. Gotta hope that everybody likes over on YouTube, because that's how you get the more likes you get. Then we have to go back to mixing the paint. This one's coming. It's slow but steady with this one now. So I just work out some of that graininess. Had to go to work today. Oh. Stopped by the paint, stayed for Lottie. Sounds about right. You work. Like it goes really nice and smooth. Just takes it a little while. Well, that's kind of like my boss messaged me and was like, let me know if you need more time off, but I can't just by not going. It does come together really good. Yes, Cass says we are casual. I am making paint here. This is Viridian. It starts off as a pigment looking like this. Added a little calcium carbonate, which looks like this, and some watercolor medium, which looks like that. Mixed it all up. Now I'm mulling it together to make it have a super nice, smooth consistency. We're almost there. We're in the home stretch now compared to where this paint starts. This one's a little more difficult than others. Wouldn't look like, it doesn't seem like it now. Yeah, hard work. Tomorrow we're going to try some science on stream. I don't know if it's going to work. Is this the first one or the second? This is just the first. I still have one more to go. We're an hour into stream. Normally I've done 2 colors by this time. It's going faster than the first one did yesterday. The first one yesterday took an hour and a half for me to get it together. Like, because it was just not wanting to come together. I did a little bit less medium because I was trying to like follow a little more normal ratios. And it was a mess. Cleaning off the muller here. This one is just a mess. Look at my Muller is a mess. We're gonna try to clean it up here. A little bit more. I don't like wasting paint, and I feel like the amount of paint that's on this guy is like a ton. There we go. A little bit more off. Okay. Small this a little bit out here again. Okay. Yeah, 16 likes is good. 25 is better. Yeah. Oh, I've seen fully. Ooh. Yeah, the funnel. The funnel. Definitely use a funnel. The funnel is the way to go. Always. I need to make a funnel sticker. I don't know bowling for soup. I'm curious now. Guys, in my 20s and like the cool years where like you get to learn all these bands, I had kids and I was stuck like in kid world. 1985, bacon, very tight soup, 3 pork chop meals, 2 hamburger meals, 2 pounds of bacon. Woo! Don't let engineer know. I'd recognize them. Okay. Like I feel like because I was so young having kids, like I was just in this weird world for a while where they ate every brain cell I had. My son listens to bad guy music, death metal. Oh, what is that one that German shrubs? You know it. We that you guys like pulled up the one day. That I was like, I'm just it's not my kind of music, but I'm happy to know that it exists. Shrubs will know. They're obsessed with the song 7 Years. Your brain cells, yeah. You'll be doing this. I get it. You understand the feeling though. It's like your kids take up the German music, the one day. No, the weird German death, blah blah, whatever, and it's like a weird genre, like mix. It's like German death polka or something like that. Memento Mori. I feel like I need German death polka in my life. It's something like it's better than that though. Like this, whatever this is that I'm remembering. I got nothing. Ah! Travis did not remember this thing. I'm gonna have to like we looked him up and we had a good laugh, like just knowing that this like combination genre. Like, I don't know what else to call it other than, like, it's a weird intersectional genre of, like, all of these things that don't match up, and they come together to be this thing that you would never think would exist. I feel like I'm gonna be so mad. It could have to be your theme music. We have to find some. Everybody's gonna be like, "What the heck is this?" Okay, I think we're about there, guys. It feels really nice and smooth. It feels good. It is granular. And Ozzy, so I'm never gonna get to see your face again. Or what you want later for sync time? No, we do not do AI music, Shrubs. Shrubs plays on AI. I am one of those. Google the sauerkraut polka. Ah. I also know enough musicians that I could play around and we could get something together. It's not like we're in Nashville or something. Pebbles! Welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. I know this is looking smooth now. That's what we want to get to. Nobody wants chunky paint. I'm gonna give it just a couple more mulls, just because I want to make sure we're good and smooth. Like you see that in the middle right there. How smooth that's getting. Hey, Solar Fan, welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. Ah, to look it up, but I'm already on faith. So we're talking about our German death polka. Chunky paint sounds like a personal problem. It is, yeah. It is clearly a problem. Like I'm sure there's a drug for that that only causes 17 or 18 other problems when you take it. Talk to a doctor today. Side effects may include. Okay, here we are. We are here, Viridian Gouache. We are bringing it in. It's batch one of two, but batch one done. You Phil Hartman's SNL series. Yes. Casual burrito does mean that drinking paint sounds like a German death polka band name. That will be my band name. That is my German death polka. Chunky Paint is the name of my German polka death band. Death polka band. Let me get this. Probably the hardest part is I need to find somebody who could probably scream. I can't do screamo. Super colon blow. Yes. It wasn't just regular colon blow, it was super colon blow. Called Chunky Custard. Yeah. It ain't no different than the ads they used to have that for that. Yeah. There's an app for that. Okay, let's get this. Okay, first, well, I'm gonna bring these guys over. Actually, I need to clean this off a little bit. Well, we're making another batch, so it's just gonna stay really messy. It's okay. This isn't the final batch. Okay, my little tester here, ready to go. They do covers basically. Ah, 30 years. Oof. Definitely granular. Ah. Battles of formality. Well, I mean, are there, I would assume there would also be many levels, right? Like, if we've got casual, we could have semi-formal, we could have black tie, we could have business casual burrito. So, okay, let's put a little bit of paint in each one of these little containers, little half pans. Then I have to go get my super, super fancy tool to spread it out. This is such a specialized tool. They're really hard to find. So if you have one, hold on to it. It is a sewing pin, a straight pin. It works the best I found for spreading out the paint in the half pan. To do it neatly so I don't end up making a mess. Like that. One done. Two done. What the heck is garden formal cocktail? Ooh. Some of their new tiers, yeah. So we're a step up from your general garden party. We're in the cocktail hour. So we're a little bit after tea time with that, which is when you normally would have a tea party. So they're in the garden. So they're letting us know that it's later. So you want to take it up just a notch. I feel like the business casual burrito actually survives dinner. Garden formal cocktail would be pretty close to influencer. Like influencer day attire. Or they eat it with cutlery instead of their hands. Yeah, people making new. Yeah, is it how does the burrito change its looks, or is it how it's eaten that it's changed? That's the big question. And which one is just going straight in, like that faked Justin Bieber video? I need to get this a little wet. Try to get a second coat on this so I can see it well. This isn't the best paper. And I didn't let it dry long enough. So it's lifting. There we go. Gotta head out. I hope you have a wonderful day, Dustin. Enjoy your time at work, finding out different casual business. Yes, compared to casual, just business casual, those are different. See, to me, casual business is closer to what is typically like creative industries business attire. At least that's how I would picture it personally. Yep. Get the funnel, guys, because we know a funnel would make this easier. Not just create something that holds a lot more paint, makes me have to clean, and we just have all the paint get stuck in it. And I would still have to scrape it up to put it in the funnel anyway. Don't forget that. Oh, sorry. El Cap it. El Cap. Give me a couple weeks to grow my mustache. That would be hilarious. My auto mod caught something. It's I can take it off now that I actually have monitor. I probably should. Back when it was just me in here, I needed it. The word for urine. Oh, that's hilarious. They called that one. What the heck? Okay. It will be on for the rest of the stream because it'll take me. I have to get on the computer that I can't get to right now to fix it. But I'm gonna take it off. I have enough moderators in here now. Streamlabs isn't needed to moderate. I like having the little messages pop up. I may work on those a little bit. Okay. There's our first batch. We now get to do a second batch because I need twice that amount. I'm going to rinse my finger off real quick. Get back to work. Oh, it didn't hit you. No. Uh the all I have it do is just take the message off. I took the timers off of it so it doesn't time people out. The main My actual mods can do that, but not the Streamlabs doesn't time anybody. It also likes to it was trying to do like because I didn't want people trying to come in and spam links, which used to be more of a thing. It's not as big of a thing now where like people would come in and be like, go check out so and so, link, 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 and 1, 2, 3. but now it's like it's not so needed. I'm gonna move these little half pans away. Okay, now to get the calcium carbonate, which is close, but not identical to calcium bicarbonate. There we go. Line those up. Science. So much science, guys. So much science. You're so smart learning all the science. When I'm doing white pigments, this looks like I'm cutting drugs or something. Not so much with the green, but when I'm having to mix like uh titanium white or barite or one of those, it's like, what's on that plate? I don't know if there's any other way to say science like that. Science. There we go. That's got the calcium carbonate mixed in. Now to add. I've never seen such a wholesome process look like making drugs. Yeah, exactly. Oh, we are. We're almost to another treat. We're almost to 25. That snuck up on me. I looked just a minute ago and it was like we still had a little bit sneaking up in there. Glad you're watching. Shrubs. 25. One, two, and three. There we go. Pasta making, yeah, could also look kind of like drugs in a way. This would be a really weird pasta, wouldn't it? Hey today, guys. I'm making gluten-free spinach and pea pasta. It's also egg-free, so it's vegan. This is my special egg substitute that I have made using just the juice from cans of beans, aquafaba. I hope you enjoy my recipe. It will taste absolutely horrible. It will make you wish you were eating at Olive Garden. Because you know when you're there, your family. There you go. That was my cooking channel. I hope you enjoyed the cooking channel. Good. I hope you saw the humor with the Olive Garden reference as being the preferred. This was going to be so bad that Olive Garden was the preferred. Although I think this may be because it's got so much blue in the color instead of spinach, it might be more like collard greens, which would be absolutely abhorrent. As a pasta option. Also kinda deeply Southern at the same time, it's like collard green pasta? Blueberries? You wanna make blueberry pasta? It's fusion, it is definitely fusion. Italian soul food. I'm trying to combine it as much as I can here, hopefully it'll cut down the mulling time a little bit. I'm being really hopeful. I should gonna try collard green pasta now. It's okay, the green pasta can't hurt you. It's a joke, but somehow it wounded me. It wounded you because it was a good joke that had a bit of truth in it, that, like, sadly, there are so many people out there who, number 1, absolutely adore Olive Garden. These, like, natural options where they take food and they try to make it look like other food, but it's so horribly unappealing, and it's so horrible. Yeah. I had, to be on an elimination diet once, and I remember trying to explain to shrubs, like, an Olive Garden ad looked really good, and it wasn't because I actually wanted Olive Garden, it was because I wanted real good lasagna. My brain is imagining, like, a good lasagna or a good pasta version of that, not what was actually on the screen in front of me. We have 2 great spots. So we have an Italian bakery here called Savarino's that you can go buy fresh made pasta to make at home, as well as they have sauces, and then an eat-in place called Mamma Mila's that is absolutely incredible as well. So, we are fortunate here in little old Columbia, Tennessee, to have a pretty good local restaurant scene to where you can completely avoid eating at chain restaurants. For anything from fast food to sit down to casual, like, all of that. Haven't been to the Olive Garden, yes. Like, I know other people too, like, you'll see the ad and you'll be like, "Oh," but you realize, "I don't want the dish that is actually on TV." I will go eat that and it will be disappointment, which is also my idea with like, I have the same theory with Cinnabon. Like, you smell Cinnabon in, like a mall or someplace, and it smells amazing. What you eat from there will not live up to that smell. Country Australia, there's a great place, there's a tiny place. Ah, I love it. Oh, Nona's making you that sounds wonderful. That sounds lovely. Oh, Capitan, yeah, it won't taste anything like what you're thinking. It will just be disappointment. Unless mediocre breadsticks are eventually satisfying. So, like Captain Barbados husband Metal the other day was reading from Sun Tzu's Art of War. Casual. It was Casual who said that. Um, It was absolutely hilarious. We were like listening about how the dust from chariot wheels will tell, like the way the dust rises tells you about the chariot wheels and stuff. And like the other day we were driving around and I saw a dust cloud and I was like, oh, what are the chariots doing? You know, it was very funny. Before we moved to California, we had a copy of it that our kids actually read by choice, not because they had to for anything. Yeah. Favorite thing that give you the salad. And I don't even feel like that's that good anymore. Like the last time I went to an Olive Garden would have been 2017. And it was because it was a group thing. Like somebody else had picked it. And I was trying to get back on my clean eating, and there was literally nothing on the menu I could have. I'm back. Oh, had to get my man to go to sleep. Go to sleep. Okay. I just pictured like you thinking that. And then I pictured you like he had to go to sleep. Like it's a really threatening thing. Like I see you like with him in a headlock, like go to sleep. Night night. In a sinister way, yes. Inflection changes that sentence greatly. The chokehold imagery is real. Yeah. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. This one's coming. I feel like this one is coming together faster. I really do. Maybe I'm just like I'm so hypnotized by this color now that everything's starting to blur together. Yeah, I'm getting used to it. This is my world now. I will never get to leave. I will just be mixing Viridian green paint. Get comfortable, guys. Hopeful? Yeah, I'm just being hopeful. I will say that having the previous paint be like a teeny bit of the paint on from the previous batch does create a little bit of grit on the board, on my plate, which helps. Like the tiniest bit. Yes, you are definitely helping. I believe you are helping because every time you double tap on this stream, it helps the paint to mix better. And we have more likes now than we did before. And see, it's science proving itself, guys. I told you that it did it. Yeah, guys, oh yeah, she's just making it up just so she can get likes. No, it helps. I'm convinced. Science. The Mars red is going to be not pseudoscience, it's real science. Magic. What if magic with jazz hands? Oh, magic. That would be magic with jazz hands. green paint right now. It is one of the harder ones to mull. It does not like to come together. Yes. We keep it lighthearted, fun. Just hang out. This is my work. I'm getting ready to launch. If you didn't see in the pinned comment, I'm using a glass plate. It's a glass plate, tempered glass. So I saw that in my soul. uh, but yeah, I've got an online store that'll be launching on the 19th. So this is just me working. This is a new pigment, just got in. I'm learning it right now. It is a difficult one. Yeah, as a millennial. So, and this is gouache, so it does have the calcium carbonate added to it, not just watercolor. We made watercolor yesterday and about wore me out. I was told sending GIFs was cringe. Oh, millennial might. My family's love language is GIFs, I think. Pry them from my cold, dead hands. Memes and GIFs and or if you're one of those people, GIFs, GIFs. Cringe is only on the receiver, says Gen X, yeah. I like it down as he says GIF instead of GIF. Welcome to English being weird. Be nice to my paint maker. It is a really pretty color. The Viridian is lovely. This is the pigment right here. I mean, it's a great one it's from Gamblin. Um, it's just a lot more work than I expected. I was crashing out to that, but and it like stays in the state, then it like magically starts coming together. Jif is a peanut butter lady. It's my dad's favorite one. That's what we had in our house growing up was Jif. Mm. One more like to give Lottie a treat. We are so close. So close. You get to see that little tail wag again. The creator says Jif, but he's wrong. So technically by phonetics, by the rule, when a G is followed by an I or an E, it is supposed to be a soft G. A and O and U is a hard G. but because it's English, the rule probably applies 51% of the time instead of like most of the time. But yeah. Yeah, but how do I pronounce gift? But I also say giraffe. Yeah, so Come here, come here, Lottie, you want a treat? Yeah. There we go. The same it goes for C's. C's follow the same rule. Um, there we go, Lottie. To everybody, thank you. Yeah, just make sure the dog gets the treats. Yes, she's getting the treats. To everybody, thank you. Say thank you. She's still looking at the container. Look. You gonna smell the container? Yeah. Two goes to walk. The first one's supposed to do the talking, right? But so C's follow the same rule for when they're hard and soft with I's and E's. And that's the whole reason that you get the little thingy, like in French, that goes underneath the C, is to tell you that it's going to do the other sound. Okay. It's kind of gives you a thing, as well as the little circumflex is to tell you that the previous sound that goes over the vowel, that it will make a different sound. Yeah. Or I can't like twice. How do I get her more treats? So what do you do? Oh, you have a Frenchie? That's my sweet dog. So yeah, there is your language lesson there. English is weird. English is hard because we don't have accent marks to help us. I actually saw a thing that was showing like several of the letters that like we have lost in like English that like made English easier. And that actually a runic alphabet versus a Latin alphabet, because English comes from Germanic languages for the most part. We've got so much else mixed in because the French, thank you, William the Conqueror, that our sounds actually match up a little bit better for that. But we use a Latin alphabet, which doesn't match up so well. So it's a whole big mess. There's a great channel, and again, I can tell you, I watch way too much YouTube. Rob's Words. I'll type it in there. Languages, for the most part, we've got things mixed in. I turned on my sound. Yeah, Dutch beat. If you look that channel up, really fascinating stuff. Like all of the letters that we used to have, like we had thorn and other ones that are just really, really cool. Cool letters. Oh my goodness. Yes. Learning Japanese. And what's interesting, like with Japanese, like you don't even just have like, oh, we just have different words to kind of plug in. Like the whole concept of language is different. That's extended your German, by the way. I know a little bit from my grandpa teaching me. He was stationed there during Korea, and so he picked up a little bit of German. Basically, I can ask you if you slept well. But yeah, where was it going? I had something else. Oh well. But yeah, like Japanese and like the Asian languages, because just even their starting point for how language functions is different. You know, it's not just like plug and play, which I think is like it's crazy to think about, like how far you have to think and do. And sprechen Sie Deutsch. Ay. Et rouge parler français un peu. No past tense, yeah. You know, when you start learning other tenses like that other languages have too, is Yeah, they have different tenses than like what we have in English too. I remember learning all of my French tenses and like the plus que parfait and all of those. And that other language have genders for objects. Yeah, that really confuses things. So one of the things, so I learned a little bit of Greek too by Chloe. Uh, way. Je peux français. How can a table be feminine? My husband speaks German. My daughter has been clocked at speaking 9 languages. Wow. Um, I like, so when I was doing some Greek for a while, yes, I was doing Greek and Latin for a little bit too. Um, that in ancient Greek, because I wanted to be able to read the Odyssey in the original language. Um, I never got to that point, but that the words, like like nouns, were different depending on what type of noun they were. So if it was an object of a sentence or in a sentence, it was one thing, a direct object. If it was the subject, it was another form. And so it didn't matter what order the words were in. You could tell how they related to each other because of that. And instead, you could put importance on a word by putting it first. Like, what's the most important word in this sentence went first? There's 3 alphabets and 3 levels of honorific. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I. How could a color be masculine? Yeah. No gender. So that's yeah, it's interesting how, again, the whole different ideas of how we speak. And I know that um Old English, so we're talking pre-Norman invasion, was also structured very differently. Um with that. The order didn't matter because the words meant, and I remember just one phrase from the Secunding Son Biscop, which is the king meets the bishop. And you could say, so biscop Secunding, yeah, so biscuit, son biscop, submetteth Secunding, and they meant the same thing. The king meets the bishop or the bishop meets the king means the same thing. Like you can't tell them apart. It was like really nuts. Speaks Japanese fluently. Once you, and some of it is like it's also a very different Japanese to speak versus writing. Yeah, with hill, hill, hill. That's how we ended up with hill, hill, hill. um, like writing Japanese. Yeah. So anyway, mix the paint. It's going to come together. I got distracted talking about languages and words. Not that I ever get distracted. I never get distracted. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Mhm. All the different languages. The, also, like, that's why we also have the word, like, cow and beef are different. Chicken and poultry, pig and pork, like chai tea. Yeah, chai tea is TT. Moon. ATM machine, yeah. Oh, TCBY yogurt, the country's best yogurt. There's also when we were in Louisville, OVC, OVW Wrestling, which is Ohio Valley Wrestling. We used to joke about that one a lot. Yeah, Buffalo. Technical schools that end in tech, yeah. Mm. Pin number, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's like 7 buffaloes. I don't know that one. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. Mixing. It keeps wanting to come together and then not. It is being, as we're well aware, this paint is a little difficult. I feel it trying. See, look, it's trying. It's trying right there. I blame the French. Yeah. Buffalo is a city and an animal, and it means to bully. Yeah. How many different buffaloes there are? I did have buffalo wings in Buffalo at the Anchor. I blame the French for a lot. Mhm. What is it time making paint, Monica? Hey, welcome in, Mocha and Matcha. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I mean, I'm gonna end up with so much paint. The thing is, I know that not adding more, like adding more is not gonna fix it. If anything, it'll make it take longer. So yeah, adding more medium doesn't help. And when you this okay, so what's interesting, it's chunky right now. It won't be when I'm done. I'm working to get the chunks out right now. This pigment is very difficult and takes a long time. So yeah. Yeah, the stream. They're having a juice. Yeah, blame the gotta work out. Ah, yep, work out. Shoulder gets really tired with this color. Most of them do not take this long. And I have a color after this that you guys will get to see is so much fat. It follows the normal time frame, but it'll start to come together here. Just it's starting to. So you see right there, that's it starting to come together. When my muller starts vacuum sealing a little bit, I know I'm really close. What's coding? This is Viridian. As an American, I blame everyone but me. It's Viridian right here. It's from Gamblin, this pigment. It's a good color. It's a great color. Just a little difficult to mull, which is the process I'm doing right now. Casual Verena. It's like leaning forward in the car when you go up a steep hill. Yeah. Like I'm gonna help the car go up. So funny story. When we've visited San Francisco a couple of times, and I would get so exhausted living in San Francisco. Just going up the hills, even in my car was exhausting me. So there's no power. So I add in, so because this is gouache, you add a little bit of calcium carbonate, which is basically chalk, but powder, and then watercolor medium right there. Combine those, and now I'm mulling it. Yeah. If I wanted to make oil paint, I would add, instead of the watercolor medium, I would add linseed oil or walnut oil to make this an oil paint. Same process. This is how they've made paint for millennia, which is kind of cool. Like, Michelangelo was making paint this way. Burrito, right? It is. I don't have a Bulbasaur to compare it to. It is really close from what my head remembers, but yeah. Yeah. This is paint making. A lot of people, when they're coming in, like, think I'm making makeup, which is also really similar. It's combining pigments with a medium. That's makeup as well. So, from Rocco's Modern Life. Perry the platypus. Yeah. This is a glass muller and on a glass mulling plate. Filbert. I have some, if you look in the products that I have linked, I put them in there just so people can kind of find out a little bit more about the stuff I use. You can check them out. I put them in the shopping links so you can see it all if you want to check them out. I couldn't find a mulling plate. So, yeah, glass plate right here. And it's purposely scratched up some because you don't want it to be super smooth. Like, you're super old now. I am not. I am not old. I wouldn't say super old. Yeah. That's probably one of the hardest days. Like when you kind of realize, well, I can't really say I'm young anymore. I don't feel old, but I'm not young. My son thinks I'm 23. I love it. So my first job out of school was teaching, and it was elementary kids. And I had an assistant, a class full-time assistant, who was the age of my mom. But because I was the one in charge, they thought our ages were reversed. So that made it really funny back in the day. Yes, you can always be young at heart. But okay, we're starting to look a lot more like paint now. Still chunky paint, but it's paint. Okay, my niece is 11 and my knees pop when it's cold. Just your knees? Sometimes I give myself the crips. Sometimes I share them with the family. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. I have no idea, Calamong. I'm making paint. I wish YouTube could live translate for me. First one is, am I just paranoid? For the red. This paint is not quite green. Double tap your screen. It is a PG. It is a pigment green. So it is in the green family. Also, I've tried to, oh no! I've got to get a new link. Hold on, real quick. I'll get a new link and I'll get it fixed. It timed out on me. I'm going to edit the link. It'll be right in the description. There we go. It's fixed in the description. So if you go to the description link will be right. It means, Madam, what are you doing? I'm making paint. I guessed. I said, I just answered, I'm making paint. I had no idea what it was. Thank you, Shrubs, for the translate there. We made it to 30 likes. Oh, next treat is at 50, but it's a big one. It's where we go touch grass and Lottie gets to play Frisbee. And it is so sunny and beautiful outside. It is a great day for that. She's got her bone. She just dropped it. That is our big one. Thank you, Shrubs. What he said. I could beg you reconsider. Indonesian, cool. Welcome. There we go. It is working now. I just got the notification somebody joined the server. Got that fixed. I'll fix the other one as it comes up, but it's one of those. It's like, okay, I can do that fast. Welcome in. To the one of us. One of us. One of us. I have been staring at this color now for 2 days. I'm ready for a new color. Yeah. It said peaches. I had a little notification pop down on my phone. So we'll know who you are. One of us gobble gobble. Huh? Yeah, the link only lasts for 30 days, so it helps me to know when to fix it. Okay, let's bring it up. Let's see. Didn't like me on the first day, Viridian. Children of the corn. I know. Trying to think what like this color doesn't have a whole lot of puns. Some of them are better or way easier to come up with puns than others, that's for sure. It's a pretty color. It's got that going for it. If it's going to be so difficult. Whew, there we go. Now to get this next one going. Maze, yeah. Get it spread out here a little bit. So it doesn't just end up all over the side of the muller. Keep taking breaks like I'm done. We will get this color together. It will come. It will get finished. We will get to see Mars red. It's like Christmas in May. We're doing a green and a red. Yep. Rest, rest, rest. That's weird. So if are you using the one for the one I just updated I just updated the description. So if you're using the new one, no idea on that one. You can also, the last couple of digits, you can also just put into. That's number 3. Number 3 or number 5? Ooh. No idea. Bye, Karen. Okay, 5. I was really confused because I was like, kind of confused why 3 was texting you and not me. There we go. He got in. Bonehead is in. Bonehead has joined the server, guys. Welcome to the palette. I had to leave the stream and come back. Oh, no worries. It works. I like that, Red. I hadn't come up with a good name. The palette's a good name. I like it. So let it be written, so let it be done. I may rename the channel or the and stuff. I need to make the stream neighbors channel where you guys can post pictures of who's above and below when they're interesting, not scary. We don't want to be creating new sleep paralysis demons for people. To mix up my hair colors and ooh, new hair color. What colors are you thinking? And what color currently? What color are you currently? Like, there's a lot of questions here. Plinko guy. Oh, no more Plinko guy. The postponed head position has been filled. You guys will see I'm in there's 2 people. Mainly because I ran a gaming channel for a while as well. And so it's depending on which device I'm on, who I am. So red is a good color. Josie, my sleep paralysis demon mixes it up all the time. I like that picture. So there's a picture that's circulating online that's joking about me telling jokes to my sleep paralysis demon. And it's Max from Stranger Things talking to Vecna, like an off-camera shot where they're just being silly. And it's really hilarious to see it. He zigzag, you zag. Yeah. I just can't sleep. Ugh. And Amber just ordered a swatch chart over on Etsy. Thank you, Amber. If you're into color pencils, I have swatch charts over on Etsy for color pencils. That's what this channel used to be devoted, was completely color pencils. I started making paint a year and a half ago about now. And so I'm in the process of converting the channel content completely over. Then they both zig, and it's funny for a sec, yeah. I had an actual, like, I don't normally have nightmares, like, that look like a horror movie type thing. And I had one the other night that, like, was just weird and difficult. And, like, I literally knew I was asleep in the dream and was trying to get myself to wake up and could not get myself to wake up. And I was it was like, and the house was morphing, like, it was lit like a horror movie. It was so weird. Normally, like, my stuff is more realistic kind of things, like an actual situation I would face, not something that looks like a total horror movie. Is it like that scene in Scooby Doo where they run and the doors? Yes, that would be a great dream. I think Red can march. I think she's really good at that. She's got that one down. They've got that one down, sorry. I have what's called PTSD dreams, yes. Okay, I'm taking off the sweat the I'm taking off the hoodie. I'm getting hot in here. We're really getting down to business. Let's get down to business and defeat the Huns. There you go. A little bit of Mulan for you guys. Original Mulan, not the remake. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can't get out of the dream. Yeah, his dreams, because he's not, yeah, he has aphantasia, so his dreams are really weird. Oh, pain. Oh, yeah. Did they send me daughters or sons? I think they would have been better off if they'd sent more daughters to go fight. I think that's the whole point of Milan. If they had sent him daughters. Oh, the coffee's out, guys. R.I.P. coffee. Caffeinated bean broth. Oh, snap. I know. I could go make an espresso. We're actually getting low on espresso pods. It's my backup. Or I'll just go downstairs and get a Diet Coke. I got to figure out bacon coffee. Still want to know if that guy in San Diego ever like got down smoking coffee, like for roasting it. Like you smoke bacon, smoking coffee. So a quote of motor oil. Welcome in, Erwin. Hope you're having a good day. We are still stuck in this green world. Someday we will be done with Viridian. We are almost there, hopefully. I'm gonna give it one more mull. I still feel like it's a little chunky. I'm not happy with it. Physically ducked to evade. Someone told my coworker she shouldn't drink Diet Coke because you use it. Yeah, I mean rust free. Technically, I'm drinking the Kroger brand, and it is Coke or cherry cola zero sugar. It is not actual Diet Coke. We don't have that kind of money here. I don't know what you guys talk about to drink like name brand soda. What kind of world is that? What am I watching? Malicious intent. I'm making paint. This is Viridian right here. Making gouache paint. Gouach. You add a little bit of calcium carbonate right there, and um, watercolor medium. I've mulled it out a couple of times. I'm getting ready to do one more mull. This one's a really hard one, so that's why I drink. That's why I drink Coke to remove the rust. Name brand energy drinks and coffee, off-brand soda. So I know that my family, now looking back, and Shrubs can completely attest to this, the ADHD goes back generations, and they all self-medicated with caffeine. And it's interesting because that was normal in my family. Like, nobody thought anything was strange, like, by the way that we would just do things. So our caffeine intake is huge. So because having so many, like, again, generations, the toolkit for how to deal with it was there. Like, my family, we just grew up that way. And my nephew is the first one in the family to ever take the medication for it, which is also really strange. Americanos at work. Yeah. So I never thought it was strange that my grandparents would get home from work and brew a pot of coffee. And the coffee pot was next to the dinner table. Yeah, the Americanos at work are free. So Sharps drinks the free coffee at work. So it's an interesting, that was our world. Um, it's better than taking speed or meth, to try to deal with it. Yeah. I'm neurodivergent, coffee and I have a strength that sometimes it's a help, sometimes it's a hindrance, right? I don't get very jittery with caffeine, but I also know that, like, which the pot that Shrubs brews here at home for me isn't as strong as, like, what you get after, like, at a coffee shop, because, like, when we go to the coffee shop on Monday mornings, I only have a couple of cups and my stomach gets upset a little bit. And, like, here at home, nothing, because it's weaker. It's also us being cheap. After dinner coffee is a thing. We have, so Shrubs and I have decaf pods, and that's what we use the Nespresso for most of the time, is if we want something in the evening. We do also typically make it after dinner coffee, more like an Irish coffee with Shankies, which is also very lovely. I can sleep on coffee and energy drinks. I used to be able to in my 20s and early 30s. A little more difficult now. Had coffee in years. Yeah. Well, I'm sure once you go off of it, like, I have not tried. My youngest child is 20, so that was the last time I was ever not really drinking coffee, and even then it was in small amounts. Staying asleep, yeah, going to sleep, staying asleep, yeah, that's the thing, you wake up and you're, like, wide awake after, like, 2 seconds. But yeah. I can't have caffeine. Oh, I get so is it I take a nap, there's no real sleep, yeah. Or when does it, like, mean, like, most stimulants, or is it caffeine specifically? I'm curious, like, if you don't mind, because there's, like, guarana and the other ones, yeah. Only fix the going to sleep part, not staying asleep, yeah. I'm gonna try mulling this one a little bit extra, just caffeine, okay. At least start waking up between 2, yeah. Shrubs gets up early. I do not. He also goes to work really early, especially on he goes to work early on Fridays and Saturdays. Personally, oh, okay. Well, yeah, obviously, good. That's the right call. Like, it's get that. I'm gonna mull this out here. Bit that was stuck on the muller. I can get it off the. There we go. Mull this out. There we go. Cleaning the muller. Clean the muller. Huh. Yeah, about time to get my funnels. About time to get the funnels. I'm debating mulling it some more just to really. I haven't been happy with the way it swatches. Let me go get a piece of paper. We're gonna see what this guy looks like, what it looks like right now. Let's see. This one's doing better. It's just wanting to stay a little grainier than I like. And I do a little swatch over here too on smoother paper. We'll check it in a second because it takes a second to dry and then it's going to be interesting over there. This looks better right now. I'm happy. So I'm going to show you guys with the other swatch. No, I was letting it dry and you can see how this is looking a little bit better. I'm going to let it dry before I put a second coat on and we'll see a little bit here. I'm going to go ahead and mull out. Wait, I'll mull out one more time. I also put it on smoother paper because this watercolor paper is a little bit, it has a lot of texture. Okay. While I'm waiting for this. Mix the purd. Get it knocked down a little bit. Okay, one more mull out here while I'm letting that dry. We'll put a second coat on. I want it to dry really well. That's why I'm mulling to kill time, basically, to see if it swatches a little bit better. Lighten it up casual. Would business casual burrito mean we have to call you Mr. Casual Burrito or Miss Casual Burrito? Wait, okay. Oh, when you look up and you see a headline, that's really funny. Like, this is news. Again, not my world. The Postal Service is considering allowing people to ship something that used to be not allowed to be shipped through the mail. I am like when this comes together, it's got a great consistency right here. Trees do fart all the time. That is very true. Mr. Redacted. Ah, Was it because you wouldn't tell them your name? I'm like, how does one get that nickname? I'm curious, Mr. Redacted. Okay, there we go. She's from birth to death, actually, yeah, pretty much. Here's a question. When you're breathing, is that a nose fart? I'm curious. Like, what do you guys think? Oh, redacted. Oh, okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. I was like, I thought they were calling you Mr. Redacted, and I was like, that's an interesting nickname. You think it changes name people? I think a sneeze is okay. That's it. Okay. I think that's fair. Casual burrito that a sneeze is a nose fart. I'm barely breathing, but I can shake it off. By the way, guys, Shrubs and I did watch Begonia the other day. I just remembered that since it was suggested. We watched it followed up with we binged the whole series, Big Mistakes, last week. We had the burp that his mouth fart. Oh, well, yeah, I think that's about right. How do we get to nose fart? West Begonia. What do you think? So I liked it as a whole. Um, something, and I've been trying to put my finger on exactly what it was. My daughter and I discussed it too. I think that the lead guy against the actress Emma Stone, they weren't at the same like caliber level, and that created a little bit of disconnect for me acting wise. So some of the things that was the lead guy, yeah, the um I think the cousin was great, but I feel like some of the complex emotions that were there, I don't think got communicated as cleanly. So that's what I just thought. Yeah, Jesse Plemons. Jonah Hill, I thought he was fine. Yeah, in his role. I thought he communicated that one, like, I feel like there was a little bit of the character that was there that wasn't completely communicated. And I know that some of it was, like, they needed us to go on the journey to discover who he was. Um, yeah, and I really but I think, like, there was a little bit that just right there that didn't quite click as great as I think it could have. It was good. Please don't get me wrong, like, I'm not saying it wasn't good. So and maybe it was just this character wasn't like, was good, but he just didn't quite nail this one. Maybe that's more so again, I haven't watched a ton of movies recently at all. Yeah, this is just very granulating. Yeah, I would. I think that'll help. Oh wow, this is dark, guys. Okay, so it's had time to dry on the black paper. Look at that. Look how dark that is. That is way darker. Normally gouaches dry a little lighter, and so I've been like waiting for this guy to dry. So the second coat kind of did the same thing. Yeah. It's pretty. It's just it's like I wasn't expecting it to be that dark. So I don't know. um yeah, different color than what I was expecting. Because normally gouaches dry a little lighter. But back to the movie. I think it was written well. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the plot lines. I liked that I could kind of tell where it was going, but I had no idea how it was going to get there. So the speed at which I can accidentally fall asleep is pretty intense. Yeah. Oh, completely. He falls asleep mid word sometimes, and I'm not exaggerating. Okay, more movie recommendations. Cobweb. Okay. Yeah, I've had like a whole time where I wasn't watching a lot of movies mainly because life was really difficult for a while. And like emotionally, I couldn't handle a movie. Like it was anything beyond like something stupid, kind of mindless, funny. That was all I had space for. And so I'm like finally in a better spot where I can handle a little bit more. In terms of an alternate ending, convinced all these scenes will create a masterpiece. He tries to schedule 2 extra days of shooting, then chaos. Yeah, leftover inventory. Empty plot somewhere. Okay, cool. Okay, we have Viridian. It's a heavy paint. You know, some of them are heavier than others. This one's a heavy one. Okay, we are finally, it is 3 hours in, and we're going to our first sync time of the day. Wow. First sync time. And then we'll do a little Mars red because I need to get the Mars red done. Wash everything. We're washing everything. I did also really like the chunky knit in begonia that we're done with the roving. I really appreciated the chunky knits. Okay, almost gone. You barely hear the water. Seat time. Okay, I'm catching up right now. Sounds active. Yeah. I'm sure folks making switch ready. Yeah. That's interesting that the guy those runs the DC movies. And then Water's Mostly Silent. Oh, I'm sorry that you remembered something sad. And sneaking a bowl of Fruit Loops. Don't tell my kids. You're an adult. You can have Fruit Loops whenever you want. I was gonna say, unless they paid for them, that's not sneaking. Unless they are theirs, they're Fruit Loops. childhood trauma, not too much. I mean, parents divorced, but not like any. I don't have any weird childhood trauma. I have adult trauma. Oh, okay. Who is Judy? I am checking a message real quick, guys. Oh. My daughter-in-law made a loaf of bread. She was giving us. She named it Judy. It was such a small picture in the little note on my phone. I was like, did they get another pet? What's going on? They have a dog named Penny. Penny is an Australian Shepherd. Less coffee happening now before he comes home. Ah, and the Australian Shepherd is compared to Lottie big. So Lottie is a little bit scared of Penny, and Penny wants to play, and so doesn't understand that Lottie does not like want to play with her because she's scared of her. Like explaining that my dog does not care for other dogs because other dogs scare her. She's not aggressive against them, but they scare her. Okay, drying off things and we will make Mars red. I'm deciding my sizes right now. How much I need to make. So I don't need much. I honestly think I can get away with a half teaspoon of each of these. I think we can do the half teaspoon. Okay. And it's just straight up watercolor, so we're even faster, guys. How quick can we do these, you think? Name's Judy, Judy Vermillion. Uh, ah, uh, okay, which this is blue shade, blue shade. I'm making sure I get the right bottles here. Setting up. I'm stuck on Band-Aid because Band-Aid stuck on me. Don't they make it's for scared little dog? Oh, Lottie is her own thing, that is for sure. I love my dog. But she knows she is little. And so she doesn't like if a big dog was here, she wouldn't bark at him. She would go and say hello. And then she would want that dog to just leave her alone after that. Like, I did what I was supposed to. Now you go to your corner, I'll go to mine. I had a dog on Prozac. Okay, I'm curious why would a dog need Prozac? Because it's gonna make me sad if like there's a such thing as doggy depression. And it wasn't because like owners were mean to the dog. I'm waiting for the update on this one. Addicted. Throwing things. One. This is Mars Red Blue shade, by the way. Oh. The thought of like having a dog like be sad, like makes me sad. Like it's like I feel like most of my job is to make sure Lottie isn't sad. Wow, this is like back to normal. This feels like normal like paint. Like, oh my gosh, the way that just came together. It's like, look at this, guys. It's behaving. Well, dogs on person they aren't sad. I am sad because that exists. That sad dogs are a thing. I had severe separation anxiety. He just wanted to be with everybody. Just wanted to be part of the pack. This is like after the other paint, this is so easy right now. I just realized I made a giant mess down here too. Like I have got red pigment. See right there, I made a mess. I just put my hand in it. This is the way paint normally comes together, everybody. Oh goodness. Yeah. Art. So I say not so. Lottie doesn't do that. Yeah, that is interesting. And knowing size like he would chew through drywall. Wow. Lottie's pretty good. Like when 4th of July gets here and their fireworks going off for a week. The first time they'll go off, like the first night, she'll bark at them. And if we can see them and show her that that's the sound and then what's happening, she's then fine for the rest of the time. Like she doesn't bark at them. She's like, okay, whatever. Yeah, Lottie isn't sad. You made it back. We're doing easy paint now. This is the Mars Red, the blue shade. I just need a teeny bit of it to finish off some half pans. It's like it just like magically like whipped together. It felt like in comparison to the other paint. It's like, wow, this is what it's supposed to be like. Okay, almost done. Mm. There's a million, yeah. That, like, comes together so easily. Ah, that felt good. I'm gonna bring it in and clean my muller and do one quick. So just get the little bits that get stuck on the muller cleaned off and make sure it's nice and silky smooth. Keep it silky, silky smooth. Yeah, this is a very different. Told you that was the hardest one. It's an easy cleanup, so I think that keeps it. Prussian blue is such a hard cleanup, and it just gets everywhere that's why I think it's still gonna be, like, my least favorite to mull. Because even though that one's long, it's not it's just long. There we go. Easy peasy, easy peasy. Okay, there we go. Done. Now I just put it in the little thing, so silky smooth. There we go. This one down, sync time again. Then we'll do the other Mars ride. And it's, you guys will get to see that it is different. It behaves differently. Very similar colors. Very different behavior. Over for sync time. Yeah, when I do the bigger batches, it makes a lot of sense just because it's like I don't have to do it again as soon. This is, I just need a little bit to finish off half the pans, and I don't want a lot of paint to sit waiting. So the next time I need it, which could be a month from now. So it's like, just do a little batch to finish it all. Look at my hands. Look at my hands. And I want to get a paper towel to clean off a little bit of soap here. Clean this up. I didn't have enough soap. A little bit of soap makes it come up easier. Set you guys back down over here while I get another paper towel with soap. Keep trying to find the clean spot. There we go. I had pigment still on my hand. Ah! There we go. Pigment off my hands. Pigment's everywhere. Pigment everywhere. Oh, Hunter! Welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful day. No, we're happy whenever you can be here. I understand life happens. And living your life is more important than the stream. Trust me. We're happy you're here. Hunter, business casual burrito. Okay, Mars red yellow shade now. It will behave differently. I'm also using the correct ones. I want 2 of this because the 1/4 teaspoon fits better in the jar. I did it backwards last time. There we go. I have many drawings that I will show on my channel. I've been working hard. Oh, awesome. Glad you've had time to do drawings. That's great. Now to add in. I'll zoom in for you guys so you can see this up close and personal. 30 likes! 30 likes! We finally made it. It took forever to get from 20 to 25 to 30 today. It took its dear sweet time. And check the description if you want to join the Discord. That link works. The one that's popping up in the chat does not work right now. There we go. Okay. Mix her up. Okay. Let's get to mulling in this. Again, this is another easy color. It will go fast. It behaves. I spend more time cleaning my palette knife than I am mulling this. Mm. Finished all the drawings except one little guy. Oh, fun! For all you who have not met Hunter yet, Hunter draws little monsters. And when he's here, a lot of times he'll take little suggestions to make little monsters, and he posts them over on his channel. So you can see them. Guy's a little chunkier, not much. Oh, hi, Isabelle. Welcome in. I am making paint right now. This is Mars Red, the yellow shade. I have Mars Red blue shade. Horde of tater tot gremlins. Okay, almost done. Almost done. I'm curious to see what tater tot demons or gremlins look like. Salt is their sugar, ketchup their water. They live on salt, all the salt. Oh, it's so beautiful outside. Give it a little less mull just to combine it all together. There we go. I am chasing this mulling plate all over the table. Hopefully get your weather soon. Yeah, it is so lovely outside right now. Sunny, light breeze, chilly, like comparatively for May. I'm not gonna say cold, just a little chilly. Compared to where we have been too. Yeah, send me some rain. We don't have any rain today. We do have more rain in the forecast though, fortunately. The air fryer android, the potato pounder. Ah, that's fun. That's fun. Lots of fun. Okay, let's get this in the container. Food fighters. Oh, I forgot about them. I can't see the mountains behind the tree line. Oh, it's gotten that green. Or is it that foggy? The Smoky Mountains being smoky. There we go. Isn't it funny how much thicker this one is than the other? Like you would think these colors being so similar, they're just slightly different. That foggy, Smoky Mountains being smoky. There we go. Mars red, yellow shade, done. Oh, the paint has been made. Let's go clean up. Can sing the cleanup song, guys. Last sync time of the day. Yeah. Having trouble getting a little squirt in. There we go. Okay. Ah, my hands are dirty. I'm getting the plate dirty. Ah. Try dish soap. Regular soap won't cut it. Try dish soap. Dish soap here. There we go. Clean. Got her there. Okay. That's got us done for the day. Ready to say goodbye? Spud Samurai. The tots are coming smoothly. I look so cursed, yeah. Okay. We need a bunch of evil mustard packet henchmen. That sounds fun. Lottie, you want to say goodbye to everybody? Say everybody bye. Say, come see me tomorrow, noon, 12 o'clock Central. Come hang out with me, please. Bye, everybody. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll make the paint. Bye.